How's it going, guys? Vaibhav here and welcome to my Sony PlayStation 5 first look / unboxing video. I'm really excited to test it out. So this video not only has footage of the PS5 but also compared with the PS4 as well as the PS3, just so you guys get an idea of what the console is all about, and I hope you guys find it useful. So without further ado, let's begin. So if you haven't already noticed, the box of the PS5 is massive. So I couldn't really do the conventional unboxing setup that I do in other videos, but we're still going to get through it. Essentially, you get the box with its sleeve, which you take off, and you see another box inside. And if you open that up, you see yet another smaller box housing all of the console's accessories. There's some paperwork, a standard power cable which may vary based on which region you're in, a stand for both the PS5 and the remote control, and I'll show you how that works in just a bit, an HDMI 2.1 cable, a Type A to Type C USB cable to charge the DualSense controller, and of course, the controller itself. Now, the controller is a lot heavier than the PS4's, it's slightly edgier and even bigger, but it does feel comfortable in the hand to press and just to operate in general. There's a 3.5mm input as expected and a Type-C USB input to charge the thing. I've spent about an hour or so playing with the controller and it feels incredible. I think also because of the textured grip, it helps in, extended sessions, and you can't really see the textured grip, but I will put up a picture on screen and that's how it looks from a very microscopic level. I'm planning to make a more in-depth PS4 versus PS5 controller video to hone in on the small differences in specific, but right off the bat, I just want to say the PS5 controller is going to smudge up extremely quick because of its color. So I'm hoping for a solution to that fairly soon, like maybe a cover of sorts, but I don't really know how to go about that just yet. Next up, the PS5. It comes nicely packaged, but there's no plastic peel or protection on the console itself, and you only realize the scale of the console once you actually see it in person. I've just taken some stills of all of its angles for you guys to get a picture of how it looks overall. Personally, it looks great standing up, not so great when it's flat down, and perhaps that's why Sony's thrown in the stand with the PS5, although it does stand up without the stand just fine, so you could use it without it as well. Looks wise, it kind of nails the aesthetics that I'd like from a console. It surely doesn't blend in, but has that aura of, to attract anyone's eyes when they're in the room. I'm not a fan of the glossy interior because it collects dust almost instantly, and the plates on the outside, while they do a nice job with the matte finish, they feel fragile, especially with the gap towards the center, but you're not going to be moving this thing around too much anyway at 7 kilograms, so I guess that's a small thing to nitpick on. There's also some nice aesthetic touches seen here and there, but make no mistake, this guy's a thick boy. I've got the standard PlayStation 5 with the disc drive. Some would argue the digital edition looks a bit more uniform, but honestly, that's not a massive deal. The front of the console comes with your Type-C and Type-A USB input. I wish there were two Type-A USB inputs on the front, but again, this isn't some sort of deal breaker, and the back of the console does have a good selection of I/O for you to take advantage of. I also like that the power and disc buttons are now nicely distinct. On the PS4, this was a nightmare to figure out which one was which, but it seems this is a drastic improvement, which I definitely appreciate. The more you look at the PS5 though, the more it reminds me of the PS3 and the PS4, almost like both of them had a baby, and the PS5 is it. The PS5 completely dwarfs the PS4 in almost all aspects, but compared to the PS3, it seems like a more even playing field. Depending on what look people prefer, opinions may vary, but I thought I'd just throw in this comparison into the mix as well. Okay, so that's all about the hardware of the PS5. I actually recorded its first boot to give you guys an idea of what the setup process is. It's not the best quality, so bear with me, but I just wanted to showcase it for anyone who's interested. It goes through everything fairly nicely, and I did have to perform a software update to the console as well as to the controller before I was ready to go. It also pairs up nicely with your smartphone, so logging into your PlayStation account is an absolute breeze and it syncs up really well. The user interface is different. It's something that I need to figure out a bit more as I get used to it, but if you're coming from the PS4, the transition is going to be very natural and it's going to feel extremely quick. Load times are fantastic and I'm just getting started. The PS5 also loaded up all my games that I had previously, so I could easily install the ones that I wanted and the ones that I was interested in. So all that's left now is to explore a bit more, play Spider-Man, and just have a blast. So those were my thoughts on the Sony PlayStation 5. I've got plenty of other videos, not just on the PlayStation 5, but other products lined up. So if you found this video useful, helpful, and you just liked it overall, a like rating down below would be appreciated. And make sure you subscribe to not miss out on my future videos coming up. Thanks for watching. This was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.